Hello and welcome back to the Film Club, the club where we talk about films that are recently watching, viewing and enjoying. Let me know what you've been recently watching and enjoying, and if you see what I'm about to talk about, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I was literally unaware that Predator Killer of Killers was coming out. I literally, until I went on Disney Plus one day just to look for something to watch, and it was the top banner, and I thought, because I'm a big fan of the Alien and Predator series, and I think the direction that they're going with both is really cool. Like, the last Alien film, Alien Romulus, was phenomenal. If you haven't seen that, go and watch that. The last Predator film, Prey, was so, genuinely good. It's such an interesting take on it, because instead of sort of the old school classic Alien and Predator films where it's more of just like a thriller, slightly teetering on that sort of borderline Fast and Furious style franchise, they're now taking more of a artistic, stylistic approach, like Prey, where it is just a genuinely good one and done film. And this was the same. The Predator Killer of Killers, while animated, was really good. It could have been better. I think there is a few... The final act, I think, lets the film down a little bit. By that, I mean, I absolutely loved the sort of backstory episodes of people having fights with predators. And honest to God, I would probably watch like an 8 to 12 episodes mini-series just on that, where you've got 20 minutes of these short stories of predators going to different worlds, different places, different time zones, different countries, continents, whatever, and fighting like the Killer of Killers. I think that is a really cool concept that I wish that they would sort of dive into more, because I almost think it's a wasted concept to just have it on this one film. Give me an animated version where it is just all of these, I feel like this was supposed to be a miniseries, like a 4-episode miniseries, because you could see where it was broken up. But maybe they just thought, oh, let's just whack all 4 into a film and make it a little film. Fair enough. It does work the same, to be honest, but yeah, because I loved like the first one, especially with the Vikings and the brutality of it. This is why animation does sometimes shine through as a better option, and despite some people not giving animation the credit and sort of praise that it deserves in comparison to live action, this is where it shines, because you can add the gore of someone's head literally being severed in half or chopped off, and you can add all this without it looking tacky or just overly CGI. I think that Viking the whole bit was great. What I loved about this as well is they didn't just pick 3 sort of similar-ish time zones or similar-ish things. Each of these were so unique and different. You had Vikings using axes and their brute strength. You had samurais who were with like the artistic side of like sword using, is that the right term? I don't really know, but that whole sort of concept. And then you have these more, it's not modern day, but more modern day flying a plane and gunning people down. I think genuinely they did smash it. I would, like I said, I'd love to see almost a series where it doesn't even have to be exclusively on Earth. You could do so much going to different places and different species across the universe, and it's just the predators going to see if they could win. And then it ends with this big, giant battle. And this is where the film sort of let itself down, in my opinion, because I feel like with the build-up 3 stories, it felt really tense and really, I don't even know what the word is. Like I said, tense, but also like there were stakes to it. Like someone could die. And this final act just sort of, it fell flat in a way, because it felt a little bit, not far-fetched, because it's a series about aliens, but a little bit, it just felt lackluster in its action. It felt a little bit like, well, if you had a predator in an arena with just 3 humans, it would just surely wipe the floor with them. Like, the reason that the 3 of them won in on their home turf is because they have their environment. They know the place. They've got these different things and that they can add to it and do. Here they don't have that, and yet they just still somehow come on top. It just felt a little bit like, and the fact that all 3 of them got away with it. Clearly from the last shot when they're flying the ship away, and like 50 plus ships just take off to go chase them down. I would love, because in my opinion, it should never be a question of will the humans win. It should just sort of, on their home turf, as in, like, on Earth, yeah, they could probably defeat a predator. But on home turf, I honestly think it should have been almost more of the predators are just toying with you at this point, and it should have gone a little bit darker maybe with that. I don't know how you do that final act, but I just wasn't sold on it as much as the first three, because I loved the backstories, and I want more of that. I really want more of that. I thought it was very cool that the film ended on a callback to Prey with the girl who's like frozen up, and this is why I want more of this. I want more of this because there's clearly a lot to be told. There was hundreds and hundreds of people and things and species all frozen and locked up. What are the predators well, I know what they're doing. They're just chucking them in an arena for fun, but I want to know more. And it was very cool to see the different sort of takes on predators, like how there was the difference in their physique and their abilities and their skills, and I want to explore that more because predators are a really interesting, cool concept, and if you just give me more stuff like this or like Prey, I am so sold on it. Also, the animation style, the soundtrack, I don't even need to say how good it is because it is really good. I love the animation of this. I love it's sort of an arcade style in a way. That sort of 3D-esque, but also hand-drawn, painted style. I really like it. Give me more. Yes, please. But let me know, what did you think of Predator: Killer of Killers? And I will see you next time on the Film Club.